For setting up the Wacom One tablet, I'm going to link to their video that they post on their website. Can't really do better than that. You'll find it in the description below. So go watch that and get it installed. And then we'll talk about some tips I have for how to use it and collaborate. Okay, so now the tablet is installed. Let's talk about different tips and tricks you can use for when you're in Collaborate. The first thing I'm going to do is that by default, it sets it to duplicate the monitor. But you can just go ahead and use it as a separate monitor. So go down to display settings, just right click anywhere on the desktop. Come down here to multiple displays. This drag down menu here will by default again be on duplicate. Go ahead and set it for extend. Come up here and make sure to arrange your displays the way I have it set up now. I typically have 2 or 3 other monitors hooked up. I've just got the 2 now for the sake of this. And my tablet is 2. If I click identify, it shows me that I'm dealing with the second mod screen here, and I can tell it where in relation to the 2 it is. And that will help identify it when you go to scroll your mouse from one screen to the other. If you're confused on which one's which, again, just click identify and it will bring it up. And now that allows me to have officially dual monitors through here. And I'm going to use that during my Collaborate meeting. Now I'm in my Collaborate room and I have it open on my tablet screen. So for now, I'm going to start using everything you see from here on out is being done with the stylus on this screen, so not the mouse, but I just treat it as if it's a touchpad. I'm just touching around on things. So I'm going to open up my features here. Share the whiteboard with my student. And now I can use this just as we did in the past. And write some things down. And you can see that I know I'm still not doing as good as I could, but this is still way better than I could do with the mouse. So this all works the same way you've seen before. Do note that you can still come up here, select this, select that, back it out. I don't know about you guys, but I've been underwhelmed with the share whiteboard feature in Blackboard. You know, despite using it a bunch, I still have a tendency to be like, oh, select this, I want to delete it, and then I hit the eraser and I cleared the whole thing instead of using the backspace or delete key to delete things out. So I have a recommendation. Instead of using the whiteboard built-in share whiteboard feature in Collaborate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Microsoft Whiteboard. It's a free application you can download. So let me open it up here. And what I'm going to do is instead of writing it on the whiteboard there, I'm going to go share application or screen, application window, and I'm going to share my whiteboard. And this just has a lot more intuitive features in my opinion. So now the student is seeing what I'm writing here. Unlike whiteboard, they will see me as I work. You know, whiteboard only posted the final things. So come down here, select a pen. And I think the thing that draws me in about the Microsoft Whiteboard is this lasso feature. Because now if I want to really highlight to the student this constant term here, I can select it, I can come in here, I can change its color, I can grab it. Remember that clicking with the pen is a feature. That's how I clicked and drug this around. I can grab the eraser here and just individually erase parts. So say I want to make that. Now go to 10, and just like before, I can select the text tool here. Come back over to my keyboard and type in text. If I'm worried about how it's going to display to the student, double tap to zoom in and out after selecting the lasso tool. So I can move around on the page if I have a big long proof that I'm wanting to work on and I want to zoom in and show the student specifically what I'm doing. Do you know that we don't have a couple of the features? Typically to zoom in and out, you could pinch and spread your fingers as if you're doing it on a touch display, but the tablet is not actually It's just for the stylus. It doesn't have the touch features. So like we can't use the ruler at anything other than a 45-degree angle. But that is it. Those are my recommendations. Extend your display, set it up, and then I recommend getting used to using Microsoft Whiteboard for when you're trying to show work to the student.